In today's fast-paced world, millions are affected by type 2 diabetes. But what makes this condition dangerous is that many people don't even know they have it until serious complications arise. That's where clinical investigations play a vital role. They help in early detection, effective treatment, and lifelong management of the condition. So, let's discuss the four major tests commonly used to diagnose type 2 diabetes and understand what each of them tells us about our body's blood sugar control. The first one is the hemoglobin A1C test. This is often the go-to test for doctors because it tells us the average blood sugar level over the last 2 to 3 months. It works by measuring how much glucose has attached to hemoglobin and the protein in the red blood cells. The test results of the hemoglobin A1C test can be represented as a reading below 5.7% is considered normal. A reading between 5.7% and 6.4% indicates prediabetes. And 6.5% or higher, that's a clear sign of diabetes. And what makes this test powerful is that it doesn't require fasting and gives a long-term picture, not just a daily snapshot. The other test is the fasting blood sugar test, which is performed after at least 8 hours of no food or drink. This test helps understand how the body regulates glucose when it's not influenced by recent meals. The test results of fasting blood sugar level can be represented as if the reading is less than 100 milligrams per deciliter, it is normal. If the reading is between 100 to 125 milligrams per deciliter, this indicates pre-diabetes. And if reading is 126 milligrams per deciliter or more, it confirms diabetes. Doctors usually go for a fasting blood sugar test because it is quick, simple, and reliable, especially for those in the early stages of blood sugar imbalance. And in some cases, symptoms speak louder than routines. That's where the random blood sugar test comes in. Means no fasting, no preparation. This test is used when someone shows clear signs of diabetes, like increased thirst, frequent urination, or unexplained fatigue. If the test result of a random blood sugar test is 200 milligrams per deciliter or higher, it's a strong indicator of type 2 diabetes, especially if the symptoms match. Oral glucose tolerance test is another choice that is not very common compared to other tests except for pregnancy conditions. The test is performed after overnight fasting, and just before the test or 2 hours after the test, the individual can drink a sugary liquid. Now let's see how the results of the oral glucose test are represented. A reading under 140 milligrams per deciliter is normal. A reading between 140 to 199 milligrams per deciliter suggests prediabetes, and if the reading is 200 milligrams per deciliter or more, this means it's diabetes. Although this test is not as common, but in some situations, OGTT can catch cases that other tests might miss, making it a valuable tool in specific situations. Each of these tests gives a unique window into how the body handles sugar, whether it's a long-term view from the A1C test, a snapshot from fasting, or a quick check when symptoms arise. They all help paint the full picture. With early diagnosis, proper care, and healthy lifestyle choices, it can be managed. So if you or someone around you is at risk, talk to the doctor today because a simple test could change or even save your life.